South Korea successfully wrapped up the APEC Leaders Meeting last week by not only having hosted global leaders, but also clinching promising deals that will allow Seoul to move one step closer to becoming a leading AI powerhouse. Now, one of these being a supply contract with NVIDIA for its GPU chips. We discuss more with our Park Jun-han in the studio. Welcome, Jun-han.
Great to be back, Dami.
So, Jun-han, let's start with the NVIDIA's agreement on the GPU chips and why it's so significant for South Korea's advancement in the whole AI ecosystem.
Sure, Dami. So at this year's APEC CEO Summit last Friday, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang announced that the company will provide 50,000 advanced GPUs each to the South Korean government, Samsung Electronics, SK Group, and Hyundai Motor Group, along with 60,000 units to Naver Cloud. During the press briefing, Mr. Huang said, quote, "There's no question in my mind that Korea will build many more AI factories here, not just for the Korean industry, but also because Korea has a chance to be an AI hub for the region, and it has the ability to attract startups that are in other countries to be hosted on a Korea AI cloud." The company also projected that with the addition of 260,000 GPUs to the existing 45,000 here, bringing the total to over 300,000, South Korea's AI infrastructure and development capacity could expand by as much as 15-fold. Let's take a listen to what Presidential Senior Secretary for AI and Future Planning Ha Jung-woo had to say about last week's chip supply deal.
Artificial intelligence, from large language models to physical AI, demands tremendous computing power for training, which is why the NVIDIA GPUs will play a critical role. With 260,000 secured, South Korea now ranks among the global top 3, positioning us not just to build AI models, but to develop core AI technologies that drive innovation across industries.
Jun-han, I do understand the government is hopeful that the deal will place South Korea among the global AI, top powerhouses. But what does it really mean in practical terms? I mean, how will it really strengthen South Korea's standing in the global AI race?
Right, Dami. So although it might seem impressive to hold hundreds of thousands of GPUs, it is natural to wonder what this number actually signifies and what they will be used for. For example, AI factories can be run to advance intelligent manufacturing and digital transformation. They could also be used to power AI-driven mobility and advanced robotics. The applications are broad and varied, and there is no doubt that NVIDIA's high-performance GPUs are essential for handling vast amounts of data and carrying out large-scale computations. Let's take a listen to what a professor who studies AI has to say about what it means to acquire NVIDIA's GPUs.
Since NVIDIA holds nearly 90% of the global GPU market, high-performance GPUs, essential for advanced physical robots, can realistically only be sourced from NVIDIA. With tens of thousands of GPUs operating like supercomputers, data centers are being built to support large-scale AI training. As more of these systems are established, we expect South Korea's AI ecosystem to grow exponentially.
Well, it is definitely encouraging that South Korea has secured those advanced chips, but then walk us through how the chips will be actually used and possible challenges and hurdles ahead for us.
Right, Dami. So I actually talked with an expert in the field of semiconductors, and what he told me is that there's a risk that South Korea could have the computing power through chips, but not having enough large-scale AI services or data to make full use of it. So let's take a listen.
Since South Korea doesn't have large platforms with hundreds of millions of active users like US big tech, it's uncertain whether the country can fully and efficiently utilize such massive GPU capacity. And while companies like Hyundai and Samsung may apply physical AI in manufacturing, it's still questionable whether each really needs as many as 50,000 units.
While he questioned their immediate applicability, he acknowledged that securing high-performance chips remains a decisive factor in the global race for AI leadership. Let's take a listen.
Since the 260,000 GPUs will be delivered gradually over several years, it could be feasible if companies like Samsung, Hyundai, and Naver, along with public institutions, keep updating and expanding their services as the chips come in.
Securing high-performance GPUs is certainly encouraging, but how they are used, for what purposes, and how effectively they are allocated will be a key factor shaping South Korea's future with AI.
Indeed, those are going to be the hallmarks for South Korea. Thank you, Jun-han, for coming in tonight. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Dami.